Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today, we continue with one we haven't done in a bit, The Shadows of Rebellion. Our party is in a strange place where their histories are being challenged along with their morals. As for what's been going on and how they got into that situation, I'll let the I think I'm a good boy knight Alaric tell us what's been going on. Alaric.
After we realized that exiting the dungeon we had originally been in would result in our immediate incineration, as it had for all the people whose lives we had fought so hard to preserve, we instead took our a jaunt through a portal. We found a ghostly city full of half transparent people, the remnants of the last great war between gods and their enemies. We were guided through the city by Nime the Hollow-Eyed, the ex-seeress of uh, the god of justice,
Luxorian,
Luxurian. Yes,
the Radiant Sovereign.
yes. She brought us to the dragon, the Sapphire Sage, who told us more of the history of the world, including the many things the gods hid from us. Uh, Deer left the party, saying it was to spare his master from the inevitable revenge from the gods, and had his memories wiped and was transported back to Earth safely. Or so we presume. For all we know, the gods smote him half a second after he went back. Uh, in the meantime, it was. Let me. Ulfric went to
Mhm.
the library to find out further more about the previous war before returning to us, and we all formed a decision to fight against the gods who had betrayed us, but mostly me. And that was where we left off.
Alrighty, go ahead and take that hero point as we rejoin the party still within the Sapphire Spire just after Deer's leaving. What would you like to do? The Great Dragon, the Sapphire Sage, is still chained before you in the room.
So, Sir Sage, how would we go about unchaining you?
There is only one way to break the chains of binding. You must recover the sigils of severance. They were a method we once used to try to combat the new order as the gods brought their new rules into existence. They are now the last remnants of the true law. They must be recovered and returned to the point in which they were made. Only then can they regain the power that has been lost. And with that power may shatter the chains that hold not only me, but my brethren.
Well, that sounds
Right.
like a worthy goal.
How many
how
brethren do you have? How many of you guys are out there? Sages, or are you the only sage?
I do not know who survived the final year. We were being wiped out at every turn. Though I suspect there are a fair few the gods would not dare to kill.
Why wouldn't they dare to kill you? Do you hold some value to
Because
this land? Well,
in death we may be reborn, and should we return, their powers would break and the war would begin anew. They found it better to keep us hidden and forgotten, chained in undying time, so that we may never pass, but we may never fight.
if we
well,
just killed you now, that would release you, but you would be reborn again, and that would take time,
No,
so we can't do that.
the chains will keep us from dying. They shackle us to this world.
I look over at Ulfric and I'm like, you know, killing someone who's chained down sounds pretty unhonorable.
It's to free him, is what I'm thinking. It's not like I'm doing it out of spite. It's to free him, and obviously you said we can't do that.
We can just kill the false gods, it'll work out. Don't worry, I can do it. I believe in me.
You misunderstand. They are not false gods. They are gods, but they are not the only power. Do not underestimate them.
You know, like out of character, CC. Do we know that there's like other shadow gods or like other gods that are not part of the big?
No, there are not.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
presuming that these sages are rough equivalents. My character is going to assume that they're false gods because they lied about creating the world, and even if they have godlike power, he's just all like, "Nope, they're full of shit. They lied.
That's fair.
Not very godly thing to do. I bet they didn't even make my species. These guys suck." That's his mindset.
Fair.
Well, do you know where we would start to look for, what did he call them? The things that we need to get the
The
chains for to
sigils of
remove?
severance.
The sigils. Yeah. Does he know where one would be?
Should that
There are three sigils: the sigil of remembrance, the sigil of defiance, and the sigil of balance. I only know the whereabouts of the sigil of remembrance, or where it was left during the final days of the war.
do you think that collecting these sigils should be our first goal, or is there something more immediate that you think we should take care of?
I do not know the world above. The choice will be yours, though without the sigils, you will fight alone.
More allies would always be welcome. I turn to the party and tell them, I would like to at least warn my family, because evidently the gods know I'm here at this point. And I'd prefer them not all to die. They've been very good to me. I
They
can't
do
speak for anyone
not
else.
yet know you are here. Only that you are out of sight.
They don't seem like the sort of people who would let my family pass after this sort of incidents. Unless you disagree.
I do not know what they have become. You would know better than I how they are today.
A bunch of lying bastards is what they are today.
I do not doubt that.
I look at Merrick, Beans. I think you're the only one whose family's still kind of in the picture of your backstory, and I'm like, well, Merrick, it seems like you've been betrayed by your family, but what do you want? What do you think we should do?
If the gods if the gods don't know what we're doing yet, then I can just send my father a letter. I think our first order of business should be finding a safe base of operations that's outside of the gods' line of sight.
I
Yes,
think
we
this place would be the safest place.
probably, but
Mm.
we'll need a way to travel back and forth, or we'll be just as trapped here as the Sapphire Sage and the other citizens of this town.
If
We'll look at it.
you can find and activate the other portals, you may travel back to this place. Once you are one of us, Vemir will and can become both safe haven and home. Though be warned, remaining here too long will begin to make you like us. Half remembered and unable to change, trapped and stagnant.
Can
We
you
can't
tell us
think of
where
it.
any of these other portals are?
I do not know, as the world above will likely have changed quite significantly since my time.
Do you have a way back without us immediately being turned to ash by Luxurion?
I can mark you in shadow. Thanks to the gift of an ally, they will not know to look. Though if you are too loud, they will begin to notice the underlying magic.
Would that friend or ally happen to be Morales?
It seems you at least learned something during your time in the classes. As you hear a voice from behind you.
I glance over my shoulder to check who it was.
You see a woman that seems to be made almost completely of shattered crystal.
Morales, I presume, or at least part of her.
what remains to a
Right.
degree, if you look at artwork.
I see. Is there a way to make you whole while we're going about? Or is this the sort of thing that we can have no effect over?
I do not know, unfortunately. Too much of what I was is gone. Perhaps there is a way, if other fragments still move about the world. But I do not know where or when they have ended up. Do not worry
Yes.
about me. I have earned what I have become.
Self punishment or just for the fact of being here too long?
I'd presume that the other gods did this to her. The false gods. Fake. Lame.
Oh, she's
Evil.
not. Oh,
Bad.
yeah, she's stone. Yeah, she's stone. She's not see through like the rest of the place, is what you're saying,
No,
Stone.
she
Easy.
is more solid than anyone you've seen.
Gotcha. Never mind. Sorry, misunderstood that.
I mean, she was shattered, and according to the theology of this world, I think she was shattered for kind of bucking the trend of the other gods afterwards. And this is partly why arcane. This is all out of character. This is partly why arcane magic is so distrusted, is because it is an issuance from her, presumably.
Yes, that is the common understanding of it.
So basically, after probably, if I had to guess, after the fact of the war, she was like, "Hey, actually, this is wrong for whatever reason," and she got the shit beat out of her by all the others.
So she got jumped, basically.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Everyone dogpiled. Well, I suppose that we should probably, because there's only one portal active, I guess after we receive our blessings, we'll have to go back through there. Um, do you have a way to cut off my connection with Luxurian? Because I get the feeling that's going to cause a problem.
I can override it to a degree if you accept someone new into your heart.
I suppose I have little choice.
If you were to follow the sage, it would be similar. However, he is known and much more hunted than I.
I have no idea what they're what sort of what would be my duties as your knight.
You would not fully be one of mine unless you wish to follow that path. I am just in between until the proper forces return. It is then a true oath can be sworn.
I see. I will have to accept for the interim at least, and I will have to worry about oaths another time.
All that
We
I
are in
ask
dire circumstances.
is that you be kind. Too much pride is what brought us to this in the first place.
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't stop laughing right when he said it. I'm like, God damn.
Way to attack my character's flaws, man.
Alright. Locking.
Is that acceptable?
I will try to be more humble. It's like through grit teeth, forcing him like he's forcing his hand through a cheese grater.
Good luck with that, Sir Alaric. I'll be supporting you.
Oh, this is great.
I can't
Mr.
wait to call you
Nightmare's
out,
the
dude.
most humble person I've ever met.
Yeah,
Then,
the most humblest.
if you would kneel, please.
I take a knee then.
She moves up before you, every movement making the soft crack of stone moving against stone. Not really stone, but crystal, almost like a tinkle. As she moves up in front of you and places a hand before you, places a hand before you. She reaches out, and everyone around you sees your body start to glow with an inner white light that starts to get brighter and brighter to the point you're hard to look at. Does anyone keep looking after that?
Try as hard
I'm
as I
just
can.
staring. Eyes unflinching.
It's starting to burn into your retina a little bit, but you see her reach out and grab something from Alaric before pulling it away, before you recognize that the light that is engulfing Alaric is not coming from him. Instead, there are these chains made of pure light that she is pulling away and ripping apart, the chains shattering and dimming. Alaric, you are in pain.
Yeah, I
It is
kind of
not
figured.
a pleasant thing.
I just sit there, lips pressed together over a scream, but I don't flinch. I mean, she got that. She got that. That super sloppy toppy. Suck the soul right out of you.
It is at that
Jesus,
point
Gareth.
you see colors start to form around Ulrich, shifting like a storm. Merrick, you recognize this as magic in its most pure form, as it wraps around him and starts to make new chains of their own before they settle around his body. And unlike the pure light that you once saw, while the chains surround his body, mostly wrapping around his chest and head, they are not as all-consuming as the chains that were there before. And after a moment or two, they fade away.
Into like complete darkness after it fades away.
I mean, the chains themselves are just gone. It's just back to the
Okay.
normal. It's very dark for you because it was just very bright, and your eyes are adjusting again, but
Gotcha.
y'all can still see pretty well. Unfortunately, I had to remove my brother's chains and replace them with my own. I hope soon the day will come that they will not be needed.
I just take a
All the
moment to
go-
catch my breath because I'm assuming that hurt a lot, like you were saying.
Oh yeah, you have
Like, ain't no pain like soul pain.
you effectively
As-
had your childhood physically ripped out of you. Your childhood, your teenage years, all of that training now ripped out of your body very forcibly.
So is this the part where I get I retain my powers and whatnot, or
Yes.
am I effectively okay? As I discussed earlier, I mean, not right now, clearly, because we're in the middle of it. But could I switch to the Oath of Vengeance?
Oh yeah, you just did.
Okay, cool. I just thought that would be thematically appropriate, swearing vengeance against the treacherous false gods and whatnot.
Perfect. But
All right.
as
I
Ulfric
stand
closes
up
this-
with the
Hang on.
help of my
Alric.
sword.
Outer, give us a second. I heard somebody else.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as Iholde will say that she took her brother's chains and replaced it with her own, Ulfric would ask, are all the gods related? Or is that a figure of speech?
Not in the way that you are. But at one point, we were family.
Understand? Chosen family, not by blood.
Alric, what are you doing?
I'm just standing up. I'm assuming I'm just kind of like, just slowly, painfully rising up, using my
You-
own legs to support me, because it hurts like a bitch in a way that I can't do anything about.
That pain has already faded away for the most part. What you feel now is a sense of emptiness, as something is now missing from you, something you've always known, some that pride in the knighthood, that utter devotion, the edge of it is gone. It doesn't
feel
feel
hollow.
as focused. You feel not hollow. You do feel something missing, but you do now feel a greater sense of self, a greater strength that's starting to build up. It's not filling what is missing, but what already was, the strength of your muscles, you can more adeptly feel them.
I clench my fist as I rise, knuckles popping. You know, that hurt about as much as having part of your soul removed is, but I actually feel better now.
My brother does not like to let things out of his sight for long. So
Yeah, I
he
kinda
has a
get that
habit
idea.
of forcing you into one way of thinking. It will take some time to get used to. But it will be up to you to find what it will replace it.
Well, gentlemen, seems like we have a lot of work before us. And I thank you, lady.
Repeat
One
that, you
second.
broke out.
Okay, 1 second. I thank you, Lady Morales. It seems we have a lot of work ahead of us to put the world to rights once more. Sapphire Sage, could you tell us where we could find that sigil you know or at least knew the location of?
Yes. The sigil of remembrance was housed in the Tower of Ilnior, on the edges of Nerissa's domain, hidden away deep within the forests.
Do you know what forest?
Presumably the one we were in before we came here.
That'd be a crazy coincidence, but I wouldn't argue
I
if it
mean,
was.
it seems kind of connected. From what I understand, her land is basically one huge forest, so it's technically the same forest no matter how far away it is.
True.
1 second while I get its name. It's not where it should be. I just had this. Man, I literally just had this. Where did it go? There it is. It is hidden to the east, I believe, in the forest of lost echoes. Would anybody like to roll me a history check?
I would
Oh, yeah.
love to roll that history check, which I don't think I get a bonus to, but that's what makes it fun.
That's the best type of roll right there.
The
Isn't it?
elves have advantage if we have any. I don't think we have anybody from the
Oh, I
Verdant
get advantage?
Forest.
He's a
Merrick
buff
is.
elf. Yeah, I was gonna say Eric
It's
is, I
specifically
believe. He's a buff elf.
Merrick. Yeah, he would have it. Alaric doesn't have it because he's from
Oh,
Orion. It's specifically
Yes.
those like Merrick from Silvaria.
Sure.
my
Wait.
family
Gotcha.
was originally from Silvoria, but they immigrated like 3 generations ago
Yeah,
after
so
a
most of your
crusade.
history would be from
Yeah.
Orion.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm guessing
So-
a man who lived in the forest doesn't get advantage on this.
No.
Yeah, do you want me to re-roll that, or are we gonna take
No, I
the
just
first one?
accept
What do
you.
you want me to do?
So
Okay.
Merrick and Alaric, y'all have actually both heard of this forest. It is in the deep east, far away from the main hubs. And there are a lot of rumors floating around about that place. It's a place that is always, oh my God. Excuse me, always coated in a dense fog where people that wander in always hear very strange things, and it's not a safe place in the slightest, as people that enter the forest almost never return. And those that do are usually have shattered minds to some degree. A lot of people have said that it is likely Morales is involved in some way, as she is turning people into shattered beings like her as penitence for those that follow the gods that broke her.
Lady Morales, are rumors about this forest, and is it true that you have anything to do with the shattered minds of the people who survive it, or
I do not.
do you have does anyone, do either you or the Sapphire Sage have any information on how we can get through that forest and survive?
Our protection will hold you for a time, but I would not dally within the forest. The old tower, well, it has been a long time, and my siblings were not kind to the area when they wished it forgotten. If you wish to know more of Eleanor, I would suggest you visit the Hall of Memory.
Great place. I recommend it to all you guys.
Taladrin should be able to help you.
I propose we do exactly that. We need to know more about the dangers we face in this place.
I suppose you're right. You all right over there? All right. I think it was Ulfric who had already been to the Hall of Memory, so I'll turn to him and ask him, Ulfric, can you lead us there?
Yeah, right this way. And I'll just replace my steps as I give a wave to the Sapphire Sage, and I can't pronounce the name. Misrel? Is it Misrel, or how do you pronounce the name again? The Shadowed
Morales.
Morales. Okay, yeah, and he'll wave to Morales on the way out.
She is already gone. You hear
Sneaky
the
little one.
deep rumble of the Sapphire Sage's voice again. Before you go, a suggestion. Wander what is left of Virmire. See what has become of the people from the past who earned the gods' ire. For it is not only those outside this place that you will fight for on this path.
What was the name of the place that he said again? Sorry.
Virmire.
Bio. Okay. I'll give a nod and continue to walk.
It's not long before you find the blue crystal wall that y'all first came through.
Surrounding the city, right?
Hmm?
The wall is surrounding the city, or is it just where we entered? Sorry, I
It's
can't remember.
the wall of the Sapphire Spire.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, we went through a little freaking dome thing. Okay, yeah. I'm
Yeah, you
remembering now.
literally touched a wall and got sucked through it.
Yeah, I'll touch the wall again then.
And you fade through it and disappear from the spire. Reappearing just outside.
You said on the people, the ones that look like ghosts, so fading from corporeal, but are there like shops and stuff here, or is it like a normal town?
It does look like a normal town, yeah. So you imagine somewhere there is a market to some degree.
I will head to the Hall of Memories, or that was what it was called, right?
Yep.
I think the Hall of Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hall of Memory. Yeah.
I'll head to the Hall of Memories.
I'll trudge after him.
Assuming
pretty
already
sure-
leading the way.
I'm pretty sure that whatever we buy here, we won't be able to take with us. So
Yeah, that's what I figured, but just
No,
asking.
CC said we could take stuff we bought here. I believe.
We're gonna have to give it a shot, find out.
there is a whole like ghost town that we could loot right now too. So when we get
Yeah,
back,
because I mean everyone's dead now. Thanks, fake gods, murdering jackasses. I hate these guys. They're the
Those
worst.
elves, I'm sorry. After 1, 2, maybe 3, you would think they're like, how about we just wait where we don't get shocked?
You know what? That's a really good point. They do kind of deserve it after a while. It's like, come on, man, you are throwing yourself into a volcano. Stop. You saw 40 other guys do that. What do you think's gonna happen, man?
I'm the chosen one. You could have the Elric mentality. I'm the chosen one.
Yeah, but only Alaric is actually the chosen. You know when he said about those sages getting reincarnated? I'm pretty sure I'm like 7 of those put together. Pretty sure that's how that works, right, guys? Oh god, this nut job.
So I've heard 2 people
Who are
want to
you?
go to the Hall of Memories. What of the others?
I said I'm probably showing them the way, so 3.
majority rules, so I'm just linking behind following.
Is there anything you would like to do on the way?
Mm,
Gonna say maybe
Not,
check out
not
the
really.
market on
My
the way
character's
out.
a little bit distracted, kind of poking at his own soul and being like, "Huh, what changed?" I'm trying to switch things over as we're playing to the proper things,
I get you.
though. With my complete and utter boomerisms, it's semi ineffective. I got it right.
Merrick's keeping an eye on Bella because he wants to know more about her.
Oh right, am I still? I remember I was like, I was doing like presses holding her. She was the thief, right?
Yep.
Have I ever actually put her down yet? Are you down? Have I just been carrying her this entire time?
Imagine when you had the issue where pain was getting you. Yeah, you put her down somewhere in there.
Nah, that sounds unhonorable. You're not supposed to admit to feeling pain. Just carrying her while swearing oaths to God.
Instead of saddling her over one shoulder, he just put her across long ways like he's squatting her.
Yeah, at some point she slipped out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just joking around.
But as you're heading towards the Hall of Memories, you do notice you don't actually know where she went.
Was she at least in the hall with the sage or no?
Oh, yeah, she was. Once you left, she disappeared.
Okay. I
If
won't
she's
mind then.
doing anything other than stealing something right now, I'm going to be very disappointed.
But I figured.
So, is there anything else you would like to do along the way? Y'all can see Gwyneth
Jin-
is keeping an eye on Jin.
Okay.
Valus is close to Kaelin, and Talia's just kind of wandering on her own.
This is why Gwyneth is my favorite now that I don't have a robot anymore. She is also on Twink Patrol with me.
Does the spirit people get more friendly? Like, are they trying to come up now? They're seeing more of us, or are they still keeping their distance?
No, they're keeping their distance and watching you as y'all move around. They're not shying away, but y'all are definitely getting stares.
Yeah. With the new boy on the block, I'm figuring everyone wants to figure it out.
You're also not see-through like everybody else.
Well, it takes time to become see-through, so I figured that they would know that, right? So they would be like, "Oh, they're just new people."
Yeah, new people. In the place where
Yeah.
there's no new people.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they're just looking at me because my chin is that chiseled.
Totally.
This is the only thing that makes sense to me.
I'll ask the group where if they saw where Bella slunk off to.
I'm assuming. Oh, you mean the NPCs? Because yeah.
I mean,
don't think
you
my guy would
you
know.
guys haven't seen her, so yeah, the
Nobody's
NPCs.
seen which way she's gone. Jin informs you that that's kind of her thing. She'll pop up.
Yeah.
But Jin knew some.
Oh, did you three know each other? I ask.
Yeah, she's part of our party.
Ah, I suppose that's why we found you all together then.
He nods. She's good for a tussle from time to time. She's not too good in a stand-up, but she's pretty hard to pin down most of the time.
Kaylin's with us, right? I've been wanting to ask Kaylin, was the spirit that we killed, the man that was controlling all the other spirits, your protector? Is that what they're called? The knights?
Warden.
Forgot the technical warden. Was that your warden that disappeared? I've been meaning to ask you, haven't had a chance.
I think it was his body, but he wasn't there anymore.
Like the wardens are the heaviest taking the hit from the I gotta remember the names. What's the god of all gods name again? The one that he just transferred
Luxorian.
from? Luxorian. He's like he has his hands deep into the wardens. Unintended.
Likely.
Um,
They're trained in Orion.
we did kind of beat them up in the inter-school competitions, but we all understood they were trained heavily against mages rather than our more general purpose heroics.
What made you not want to go towards the warden side, Alec?
What glory is there in hunting down renegade mages? I wanted to slay dragons, save people out in the field, not guard a tower all day.
Would have been nice to have a choice.
I did have a choice. It was great.
I was speaking for myself out loud, but
Yeah,
I
you
figured you
should.
would think about yourself.
Yeah, you should try making choices too. It's great. You can just do things, man. I assure you,
not,
Ulfric, you can just do things and
well,
make the world
well,
react to you instead of the other way around.
I was given to my clan when I was 8. I was basically trained for a certain purpose and didn't have a choice. As I look over to my monk friend and be like, that's why he lived in the woods instead of continuing to have a life.
Yeah, see, he made a choice, ran off to the woods. You can always do something. You can just do things, man. I'm telling you. Just completely over his head, by the way. He's just like, yeah.
Oh, I know.
He's just
I know.
he's just really used to being kind of on top of the pile and just being able to be like, yeah, I'm doing this. Fuck you guys. You got to deal with it.
I gotcha.
He's probably at or near the top of his class and in the tournaments and stuff, so he got to get away with shit.
So is the Iron Domain like the most strictest when it comes to like training for war, or is it all every place has like a
Orion
little
and
bit
the
of
Iron
training?
Domain are both the sticklers for it.
Oh,
They're
hey, these abilities are kind of good, aren't they?
they're kind of war hungry. Um,
Yeah.
Orion
competition.
tends to be more about holding land and the way things get done, while Kalidor and his or Drakathar tends to be much more conquery,
Gotcha.
much
With
more
300
militant.
Spartans and the heck Spartans and what's the other one that was big in
Athena,
Greece? That was the
Athenians.
yeah. But I got you. I see what you're doing now.
Kind of.
I think the Go
Orion
ahead, my bad.
isn't quite like the Athenians. They don't have a democracy or anything, but they're not quite the Spartans. The Spartans are a very good way to look at the look at Drakathar, though.
Gotcha.
Let's put it this way. Drakathar's probably more very aggressive Spartans, while Orion's more Roman.
Gotcha. Okay. I could think
Romans are
about
cooler
that
than the
for
Greeks. They conquered more stuff. That's how we measure this. Their spot on the map was bigger.
They've also got the head
Right.
god, so
I'll be right back.
How the other ones are just like free, like they don't even have to have training. They're just like one's
oh
a
no,
mage area,
everybody's
I believe.
gets a little bit of training, but not near as much.
Gotcha.
They all have standing armies, but the most militant are Drakathar and Orion. And then there's Duskwatch, and nobody knows what the hell's going on at Duskwatch, so
We figure it out. I'm thinking that's.
I
what we
mean,
wanna figure
Talia
out.
might know.
but
If you-
as you're walking, you see that Kaylin actually comes to a stop as a thought seems to occur to her as she turns to Merrick. What are we going to do about Lucian?
Well, when we first get back, I recommend that we get as much distance from that portal as possible. If we delay our meeting, then it seems to be to our advantage.
I'll likely come looking for you if you survive, though, yes?
Yes, will they come looking for you, though? Did you truly have a warden, or were you just lying?
Oh no, I did.
And they really mysteriously disappeared?
Well, he was at the end. That was his body, after all.
All right.
His mind seemed to have been gone. But it was what was left, I think.
What happened to him, though, truly? Like, what do you know?
He disappeared one day. Well, I'm uncertain on the exact, but it seems he became possessed like the others.
Probably should have asked the Sapphire Sage. He may have known more.
I doubt
Oh
it.
well.
Probably wouldn't be the last time we see him.
I'm a little too depressed to ask about any of those people who died. I put a lot of effort into them not dying, and then they died anyway. It was pretty depressing. Greatest failure Sir Alric has ever had to deal with, and he's not very happy about it.
I don't blame him.
What in the world is this? Macro options. What did I do?
Hmm.
At level 3.
Did you drag
What did
something to
I-
the bottom of your sheet?
I must have done that on accident. Let's see if I can just refresh the page to see if that fixes it.
It doesn't. If you grab them by the right side, right next to the little button, and drag up, you should be able to remove it. If it's what I think it is.
Remind me
Uh,
again. Oh,
I
go ahead.
refreshed the page and it went away.
Fair.
Sorry, I did that. I didn't mean to disagree with you. I just kind of did that immediately after I said it.
You're fine, as long as you figured it out. But is there anything
There was
else
a
you would like?
dwarf.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was a dwarf that was showing me around the last time I was here, right?
Mhm.
Just making sure because I think I have him in my Taldrin. Okay, yeah, Taldrin.
Taldrin.
I can't spell. Yeah, okay.
But is there anything else you would like to go over before arriving at the halls of memory?
I kind of want to try summoning Bella with a plea for more alcohol, but I don't think that would work.
Unfortunately.
So I guess not.
I do naturally have advantage on all woman detecting rolls, I guess. So
Correction. I thought your advantage was anything that had to do with cats.
cats? No. It was because I rolled like a 20 both times we were trying to find a woman, and I'm just like, yep, that's totally normal for me.
But I thought it was because she was wearing a hat.
Or the pointy hats.
No,
Does she have a
no.
witch hat?
At first, I thought it was, but then we went to find that one in the woods, remember? And she wasn't wearing one, so clearly it's women
women
Or
possibly
she
over.
owned a hat.
I have no idea if she owned a hat, but she wasn't wearing one.
Probably.
So
I think it has to be
clearly,
hats still.
clearly, Sir Alaric is just slightly too interested in women. Probably, he needs to calm down.
But it's
You want to
not
be able to tell with all that
long
metal on.
before you find a large building made of the same pale crystal with silver light shifting through it from time to time as you have arrived at the Hall of Memory. What would you like to do?
Is Towel, good old Towel, at the doorway again, or we're gonna have to go find him?
He is not at the doorway.
I'll glance around and see if I can find a librarian.
Yeah,
My
I'll start.
character's the opposite of a nerd.
Yeah, I'll start looking for someone to direct us to because it's not like I know anything about anything really either.
Yeah, I would call out and be like, "Al, are you here? I'm back." He did tell me to come back. He did give me an offer.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Our
As he
friends
just
with me this
kind of
time.
appears out of nowhere behind
I
you.
knew it.
Creepy, man. But yeah, I brought friends with me this time.
Our quest takes us to Viermeyer, I believe. We need to know more about the people who once resided there, what happened to them, and any dangers we might be facing.
You see, he blinks 3 times and looks at you. You are in Viermeyer, boy.
Wait a minute.
I think
What was the name of the forest? I thought it was. I must have gotten it mixed up. What was the name of the forest that we're supposed to go to? The tower in the forest?
Tower is called.
I got Veilmile too.
Eleanor in the
Alien.
Forest of Lost
Okay.
Echoes.
I misspoke. I meant Eleanor in the Forest of Lost Echoes. And I suppose we should also find out why the people of Viermeyer are the way they are as well.
I can tell you that easily, for we have been trapped here, and we are only partially remains of what we once were. Held captive by the gods and given strength by the flame and the sapphire sage.
No worries, man. I'll get you out of here. It'll be steak and bacon
But-
soon. No worries.
With all that you have written showed me here, you should have a history of that. No,
Of how it came to be?
recorded. Yes.
No, unfortunately not. It was lost. But I can tell you what I experienced, or what I remember of it. While I'm not sure how we ended up in the city itself, as this is not the city in which I was initially in, but when we reawoke, the Sapphire Sage was already bound to the Sapphire Spire. We were
Wasn't the city.
more than we are now, but in time we became less. Memories started to slip away as hope eroded. We always had food to eat, as it always has a habit of returning. But after years, years, and years, hope does tend to dwindle. You see, he then looks out over the city, out of the halls of memories, at something in the distance.
I'll look out at whatever in the world he's looking at out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah, same.
You have the city in the way, so you're not entirely sure what he's looking for. Or looking at.
I would ask him, "What are you looking at? Seems like you're lost in thought."
There are those of us who did not. Those whose minds did not survive the endless years, the grief, the trauma of all we have suffered. They now live in the luminous earth, broken but undying, trapped in a constant torment. We do our best for them. I cannot imagine it to be a good life, if what we face is even a life.
How do you manage them?
The best we can. We treat them, we comfort them, and we do our best to make sure they are not hurting themselves.
On a
All right. Um, do you know of anything of the Tower of Ilionor or the Forest of Lost Echoes? I'm just going to kind of. That seems like a really painful subject, and Sir
Yeah.
Alaric is deeply not wanting to pry into that. He's had it's been a rough couple days, man.
That's
He'd
one
rather
way to
not
put it,
add
yeah.
on to it.
That's-
They've had a rough. Alaric's had a rough couple days. They've had a rough couple eons. You know, let's try to look at the future where we murder a bunch of bastards. Much better, much better.
he
Good
takes
segue.
you through the hall, knowing just where to go, ending up in another room like the first that almost seems to walk into a memory. You see a great white tower standing in a dense forge. There are people moving all about. Mostly it seems to be scholars going this way, talking happily. You can't really hear their voices, but there are smiles. There seems to be engaging conversation, debates going on, all kinds of things.
Nerds.
The epitome of nerds, yes.
Y'all in no kingdom after all, though.
If they lifted more weights, this probably would have turned out entirely differently. I feel bad for them, poor
Roll me a
nerds.
perception.
The group or him?
Specifically, Alaric.
Nice.
Alaric, you can see on one of the higher levels on the outside, walking along what looks like kind of not balconies, but open areas that you can kind of see into part of the tower. You can see warriors walking with their helmets under their arms. You immediately recognize the look of a soldier that has lost his brothers in a fight. Even if his armor is different, his weapons different, you know that look.
I squinted them. Wow, that's man. Nobody's allowed to have even one nice day in this place, are they?
Ilionor is a place of remembrance. The place where the names of the fallen were preserved, their deeds inked and remembered, in tomes known as essences of legacy. All that they were, their deeds, their thoughts, and what they wish to do is written here, so that we could not forget. Or at least that is what it was before the gods broke the tower. Every lineage of our nobilities, from the best to the worst, every peasant, every crafter, was recorded here, so we would always remember them, no matter how insignificant they may seem to others. They were all important because they all were us.
Understandable. noble, even.
After some time, it became a place of knowledge seeking. For to remember, people would begin to seek out new truth, things we had never thought of, and it too would be recorded here. I hope at least some of the tower survived.
Well, we'll be visiting it soon. I'll be sure to let you know.
If what we have surmised by what was going on in the last years, the tower is likely broken, and the forest of lost echoes, as it has been said, is likely an effect of broken essences. When the gods attempted to destroy the tower, it is suspected that many were shattered, and those memories stained the forest around it.
Seems likely. The Sapphire Sage said that he had some kind of protection cooked up for us against this, right? Out of
Mhm.
character. Okay.
Well, not he did. He didn't. Morales did.
Morales, right?
Right?
Yes, the ancient lore is interesting, and now that I have paused to think about it, I probably shouldn't have expected any more recent intelligence. My friends, are you ready to uh, get started and start our travels there?
I'm always ready.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready to head out as well. Shall we?
I'll put the safe forward.
It's pineapple. Let's go.
So, y'all will be leaving Virmar?
Yes.
Do we have to go back to the Sapphire to do that, or just walk out the portal? I'm assuming we just walk back out the portal, right?
Yeah, you're not certain, but a portal's probably your best bet.
I don't
Yep.
remember if he said to come back or not.
He didn't
And
say
I
anything.
guess we could ask the Cirrus. Isn't she out out and about someplace?
She's out and about. You haven't seen her since y'all got to the spire.
Well, um. Well, yeah, I'm willing. Sir Alaric probably would just assume the portal's the only way out, so he's probably just going to start that in that general direction.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they kind of indicated that that was the only way, in and out.
And all
Yep.
the other ones were closed, if I remember what the sage said. So yeah, all right.
So it's not long before y'all are back up on the pedestal or the dais in which you first arrived, the portal still glowing. This is where y'all find Nime.
Greetings, Lady Neme.
Welcome back. Have you found what you were seeking?
I've found a start.
I'm glad.
Do you know anything of the present whereabout, the present conditions of the Tower of Ilionor or the Forest of Lost Echoes? That's where we're headed.
All that I know is that your path will be a dangerous one. Things will not go as you expected, and it will not be an easy route.
Well,
Means more fun, right, Alec?
Yeah, fun. Well, thank you for your guidance, Nime. Is there anything we can do for you?
Stay alive and make a difference.
I'll do my best. I start marching through the portal.
The portal is not your way. If you would stand on the center of the dais, please.
Ah, I follow her instructions.
Anything from the rest of the party?
I'll just follow what she's saying to do.
Alrighty. You see, she begins to walk around the lot of you, the ground underneath you starting to glow with a brilliant blue hue. Traverse safely, heroes. May your paths end in a better place than the champions that came before you. She reaches out with one hand, and the glow suddenly surges up, and everything fades away. As y'all are doing that, however, I need just a moment. Alrighty, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there due to some outside issues, so y'all have a wonderful day, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.
See